Welcome to How to Paint a Mortis Engine Part 2. Here's your paint list. So we want the platform to blend in with the horde, so we're going to do the cloud effect using dead white, kind of on the bottom section of the carriage. Then we take green ink, trying to make the effect that the horde is kind of emitting light and shining up on the bottom of the platform. If you go a little too heavy with the green ink and you lose that cloud effect, kind of like I did here, you can go ahead and use dead white again and reapply another layer of clouds. And again, if you overdo it, you can just come back with green ink, do the back and forth thing until it looks right. And once it looks right, we'll go ahead and use the fluorescent green to make those white areas pop. And this is kind of what sells the glow. Alright, time to work on the flames here. So we're going to start off with dead white. We're basically trying to do the bottom part of the flame, get exactly where it joins with the skeleton, because that's where the hottest point is going to be. And a flame, as it gets to the tip, it starts to get darker. Now we take green ink again, and we're going to knock down the white that oversprayed onto the ends of the flames. And again, if you go too far, you can come back with white and reapply. It's a lot less scary when you know that you can just kind of come back and flip back and forth between two steps until it looks right. Now I do a dry fit to kind of see how the carriage looks. And right here it doesn't blend, but that's fine. We want separation so that you can see the difference between the smoke and the carriage. I wanted to change up the flame color, so I decided to dilute some blue ink, probably about 10 to 1, and work it down onto the flames and kind of turn them turquoise. And it looks pretty nice. Anyways, how I was applying it here, I was liking the look, so it was kind of trial and error. Now this thing, I don't even know why I'm painting it because it gets caged in and you can't really see it. But I decided, hey, this is a good chance to try out the Glorious Gold from the Game Air line. And I thought it would go on just like the Model Air stuff, but it didn't. It's not the same, so I just airbrushed it. And now we're taking skin wash and shadowing the gold just to kind of make it look a little bit warmer. I want to hit these bottom and front edges just to darken up some of the shadows and get contrast from the highlights above it, and using just a little piece of tape and placing it there works pretty well. Now the last part of the shadow is going to be black, and we'll thin that, probably like 5 parts water to 1 part paint, start darkening up the deepest shadows. And this isn't accurate at all to real life, it just makes it look interesting to me anyway, and it's going to be covered up, so I'm probably spending more time than I need to on it. Alright, time to base coat these candles. And I'm doing a lot of the stuff down below just because, again, it's being covered up, so why work on this thing? But, hey, I felt like painting the candles, so here we go. For highlighting, I just load up bone white into the airbrush and pick some spots to highlight. It doesn't matter if you're a little messy, because you know why. floor of the platform is going to be heavy blue-gray, so I go ahead and base the bottom of this thing that same color. Alright, getting crazy with that blue ink kind of oversprayed and killed my white on the flames, so I'm very carefully trying to bring some of that hot spot back. I looked at some more pictures of this thing and I saw that they were doing a glow, or some people were doing a glow coming from that little thing, and pretty much I just airbrushed white and painted it exactly how we did the ghosts. And then I take dead white and a small brush and try to apply it just in the crack, like the source of the light. Then we take this color livery green, which is one step brighter than scorpion green, and that's sprayed right on the light source just to tie in the white with the other green. Alright, we're about to do some edge highlighting, so use the side of the brush when possible. It's much easier than trying to use the tip. To highlight the cage, I use a mixture of dead white and silver. So what this does is it gives you kind of a metallic gray white, like a light gray. And what this will do is that when light isn't shining down and creating the glint that metallics do, the white will give you the bright value that you need. Alright, after basing the platform with heavy blue-gray, I take smoky ink, which is my favorite paint, because it's not really an ink. It's like a pasty, grainy, kind of nasty liquid that's great at making things look dirty. So it's perfect for what I want. And look at the platform, we kind of have this like reverse wash where the recesses are bright and the top areas are dark, but we'll fix that. And now, since I have some smoky ink left here in the airbrush, I decide to fine-tune some shadows. Smoky ink is very warm and it works against the blue and green really well, because like here on the back it looks very cold, And if we spray some warm color in the shadows, they work off of each other. It's more obvious, the colors that are there. I don't know if that makes sense. Anyways. That's the end of part 2, guys, and I'll see you in the next vid.